and I wanted it level. So I set one level first using a string level. And then the second line basically started at the same spot, and I went over that spot where it was level, and I rose up the number of inches I wanted to get the right slope. So the number of inches in this case, from this spot, from this point here, over to where I enter those tires over there, is about 45 feet, I think. So over 44 feet, I would want, for a 1/4 inch per foot, over 44 feet, I would want to rise 11 inches. So for the 45 or 46 feet, I rose like 11 1/4 or 11 1/2 inches. So I think what I did was on that end, I took the other end of a string that was attached here, and I lifted it basically 11 1/2 inches above the string that was level. So that gave me my slope, and that's actually the one that's left here. The one I broke was the flat one, the level one. This one actually gives me the slope of a 1/4 inch per foot. So even though this is above, you know, hovering above my trench here, basically what I do is I check at points along the way to see that I'm still the same distance, the same height. So right now this string right here at this point is about, I think 24 inches above the bottom of the pipe down there after it turns, right? So that's essentially where the bottom of my pipe would be 24 inches below this string. So essentially, as I dig along this, I want to make sure that there's always 24 inches from this string down to the spot that I'm digging, down to the bottom of this trench. So this trench currently rises up. So the dilemma I have is, because of the natural slope of the land and things, you can see what's happening. As I dug this trench, it's basically rising, and it comes up out of the ground, or basically onto the ground where it is. So it means that for now, if I laid that sewer pipe right now, it would, by that end, it would be on the ground, which it turns out is okay, because if you remember from our carport videos, hopefully the wind's not too bad for sound here, but
sorry about the wind.
The carport is actually a good bit up in the air, and there's some tires under there. So I can actually add dirt to kind of make this a little taller. And if you think about where the natural kind of line where the vehicles will drive, you know, in the future when the house is built, this solar trailer will be gone, this trailer will be gone. The driving line will be right kind of here, so you can see the trench isn't, you know, there is a trench here, so the pipe will be down in the ground a little bit, and I can add a little extra dirt over it. But as we get over this way, the pipe is basically going to be laying on the ground at this point where it is, and it's going to enter. I'll probably just remove this tire and fill all these tires, and I'll leave this as a gap. And basically, the pipe is going to come in. It's going to be pretty much sitting on the ground right here. So it'll be about, it's a 4-inch pipe, so it'll be about 4 inches high here. So this will be the top of the pipe. So you can see it's above ground, but remember, all of this is going to get covered with dirt. So it will actually be under some dirt. And once I go past through this spot, it has to go a little farther, maybe 10, 12 feet to the actual spot where kind of the bathroom will be, where the exit will be from the house. Because this is just kind of the edge of the pad, remember. The house is back here. So maybe another 12 feet, which over 12 feet you'll rise 3 more inches of that slope. So 3 inches isn't too much, so it'll be up almost at kind of close to ground level here. But remember, our floor is going to be pretty thick, and we're going to have another layer of tires above ground that the floor will be built up to, so that pipe will still be below ground. So I think I'm going to be okay, but it's going to look a little funny for a while. Our sewer pipe's going to be kind of laying on the ground here, but we will cover it over with dirt. So I think that's going to be okay. But for a second I was getting worried that I didn't have the slope, but I think we're actually going to be all right. It's just close. But there's my trench. It actually is only a trench for a little while, and then it just kind of comes out of the ground. So that's where we're at. I think it's time to connect over to that connection and just lay that into here and cap it off over in here in the general vicinity of that bathroom, and then I can finish with my foundation work here, and then also do the foundation, the footer for the bales inside. So that's next. Did you catch all that?
Yeah. I tried to stay quiet. It was very difficult.
What do you want to say?
I just
Do you
wanted.
have questions?
I am a little curious about this pipe that's going to be hanging out in the air.
It's not going to be.
It won't be hanging
No.
out.
For starters, like when I first put it in.
Yeah.
When I put it in, it's gonna be, it'll be underground over there, but as it comes this way, it'll actually run above ground, and it'll actually be kind of sitting right here on top of the ground.
Yeah, well,
But
as long as
remember,
it's
the
going to be
dirt-
covered.
The dirt is going to come up to the top of these tires, so this will be covered with dirt.
Yeah.
It just won't be very far underground. But where
When-
the cars are going to be driving, it will be much farther underground.
Are you going to wait to order the pipe and when you're finished?
No, the pipe has to go in before I do this work, before CJ backfills and everything.
Oh.
But that pipe can be gotten at Ace if I want. I don't know how the price compares to like Home Depot. I don't know if it'll make sense to
Is
drive
it
down
in
to Home Depot or something.
sections or?
They come in either 10 or 20-foot sections, I think.
Oh.
So this
What are
is
you how are you going to cart that?
this is about, well, if they come in
the truck?
10-foot sections, that's easy in the truck.
Okay.
20 feet would be harder. But this is 44 feet. Then I have to measure. Like I said, there's probably about another 12 that it needs to go.
Oh, right.
Ish. Let's say 15 even. So 40. I said 44. Let's say about 60 feet.
Can you go stand in where the actual house will start?
So the idea was, when I drew it on paper, I made this pad be about 5 feet bigger in each direction.
Uh-huh.
So basically, if you go 5 feet this way and then 5 feet this way, the corner of the house should be pretty much right here.
Okay.
It's just set back.
I think a bug just flew in front of
And
Okay.
to see if that's right, if I walk about 30 feet that way,
Yeah.
I should be at the other corner. So that'd be 10 of my big steps.
my big steps. That's Brian's measuring system, his big steps.
10. And that puts me about the same. So yeah, it's roughly
Okay.
5 to 7 feet. And again, with the tires, I don't know exactly, but the idea was to make this about 5 feet or so bigger.
So is that where the bathroom is? Like right there?
The bathroom,
about
so
right-
this would be kind of the corner of the house.
Yeah.
The bathroom is right in here.
Okay.
So that pipe is going to exit right here.
Awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. We'll check you later.